brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Bengals coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Here's 2nd and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this one down to mix it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Let's go, man.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Trying to move the pocket there. Out to the right on the bootleg, but nothing develops. And he's forced to just throw this one away.
They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This one caught by Ridley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Herbert. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jamar Chase from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, What a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more,
to put it mildly.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 31-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Herbert off of play action. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Six 0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they work this out past the 25. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point.
Nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 44-yard line.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he's across midfield to the 48. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
11.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. They'll look to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To the air again, Burrow. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense. Let's go, y'all.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too, so being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. This taken in right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Dances by him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
11, 11, Thomas.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. That is caught, and he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
11 mighty, 11 MT.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. Shoves him away. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
12, 11, 11.
They go play action with Burrow. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. Right in.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time they got... But it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Trey Hendrickson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Herbert off of play action. Looking deep here for Chase.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Hill shedding the tackle.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage? And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
12. 11 Mighty. 11 MT.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Here we go.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
42.
From midfield now, Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Burrow. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And Boyd in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
The Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, Burrow. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
McPherson's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Dolphins offense returning to the field, and this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs, but with the lead and the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
This is unbelievable.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 7, 2:18 on the clock. They need a touchdown here to try to force overtime, but they've got the support of this playoff record crowd. First and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be knocked to the ground right there at the 22.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty. 11
To throw, Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And out come the Dolphins now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.